Thank you so much for doing this. I'm John with the Third Talk. Really appreciate it. You said something really important in our session, and I'm wondering if you can repeat that for me.
Yes, sir. The training was amazing, life-changing to say the least. I was a little nervous after taking your course on the way home about the talk that I was going to have with my kids, because I knew after hearing that I was going to have the testimonials and things that the 17, 18, and 19-year-olds had about if they could go back, they wish they had someone that cared about them enough to have that conversation. It was no-brainer. I knew it was going to have to happen. I get home, did it actually at dinner, had to talk with my kids, and it was amazing how they opened up just by me asking the questions. What do you know about this topic? What have you heard about it? Are your friends doing it? Have you ever watched it? And it was just immediate, the outpouring, the response. It's like they were waiting for someone to ask them that question, to talk to them about it. Just had so many questions about it, wanted to know the damaging effects of it, how it could impact them. It was amazing. It was beautiful, actually.
And how old are your kids?
My kids are 12, 13, and 16.
And do you think you will have an easier time talking with them now about this?
Absolutely. Not only was it informative for them and for me to figure out exactly what they're exposed to and just how many of their friends are actually watching this, but I think that made a significant impact or growth on our relationship about the level of comfort we have going forward discussing things. Even after I got home yesterday, which was the second part of your course that I took, the conversation still continued. And it actually led to other in-depth conversations that were very important. So your course really unlocked the next level for me and my family.
Do you think you were going to have that conversation before you heard the Third Talk?
Absolutely not. Didn't know how big of an issue it was. And I mean, it seems like a no-brainer with the amount of access they have to technology. All three of them have cell phones. But I did not know that large of a percentage of our youth were looking at and forming addictions to porn. Did not.
Yeah.
Did not.
Yeah. Did they have questions for you?
They did. They wanted to know, one of my youngest daughter, actually, she had a friend who, I think about 3 weeks ago, came up to her and said, "Hey, check this out." She said that she was disgusted. That was her first time that she told me that she had ever seen anything like it. And she wanted to know, one, why do people look at that type of stuff? Which she is 12 years old also, but that still doesn't put her out of harm's way. But she wanted to know, why do people look at that stuff? She wanted to know, how can just seeing something cause you to have long-term effects from it? Without your class, I would not have been able to answer that question. So the class was really a blessing, and it's something that I encourage all parents to attend. There was a gentleman also in the class that stood up and spoke, and he said, we all want to appear as if we have things under control and that we have our things in order. And there's just some areas where we're not going to have it all in order.
Yeah.
And even if your kid isn't watching porn or doesn't have a porn addiction at this moment, it's still not going to hurt to have the talk.
Yeah. And would you encourage other dads in general to have this talk?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with, I'm not going to just say with just younger daughters, but the ones that are they're younger, they're going to be more impressionable, and you've got these guys that are looking at this stuff and applying pressure to them. So, these are our babies. It's our ability to protect them. Quote you from that, we are the protectors, not just in a physical manner, but protecting them from the mental and emotional abuse that they're going to be confronted with also. And, this subject really does have a big impact on that.
So my name is John Van Arnam. We are at a school safety training conference. We had an amazing opportunity yesterday to speak about a conversation that you had with your family at dinner after hearing our conversation. And he is brave enough and thoughtful enough and kind enough to share that experience with us. And I really want to tell you that I think that it's testimonials just like this that will make a difference for other parents and especially other dads to have this conversation.
Absolutely. I felt like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't say something about it. And that's why yesterday in class, at the conclusion of your presentation, I had to let you know how much of an impact just sitting in your session made on my life. And I wanted the others in the classroom to hear it because like I said, I know how I felt going home, knowing I was going to have that conversation. Then you're thinking, how is it going to go? How uncomfortable is it going to be? Are they going to be truthful with me? And then just asking that question, and then just the response I got back, I had to let everyone know that, hey, this works. You need to sit down and have this tough conversation.
I appreciate that. I think that all of the safety folks in the conference and all the parents were really moved by your comments. I think they were really moved by what happened, and just to be able to have that conversation and then to say out loud how it went was really helpful to them.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it will encourage them to have that talk.
Yeah. Thank you, Officer Simmons.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.